Good morning, friends. We are live on YouTube and on Facebook. We're going to wait till Instagram catches up and hit that go live button. There it is. All right, let's hit go live there. Let's get TikTok up and running. Last night, I was reminded of something that actors forget all the time. Casting directors aren't office buildings. They're people. And I think remembering that changes everything. Good morning. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Hi, Flavia. Hi, Hiat. Hi, Brandon Ledesire. Brandon Ledsire. Welcome. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC, your place for real world, real life stories from a working actor in New York City, and your place for strategies and insights to help you build a successful and sustainable acting career. Hey, Chris K14. Hey, Annie. Yet one sentence kept running through my head during the casting director panel that I went to last night. These are just people. And I mean that in the best possible way. So, it's my job to go to as much as I can and to keep you informed about what's happening out there in the real world of being an actor and casting and the working life of a working actor in New York City. And the SAG-AFTRA Foundation organized a business panel last night. There were 3 Emmy-nominated casting directors from television. Destiny Lilly, who was nominated for season 5 of Only Murders in the Building. They just wrapped season 6, so she had to cast her mind back to talk about that specifically. Julie Schubert, who was nominated for season 3 of The Diplomat, which is their first time being nominated, which she was really thrilled about. And Julie Tucker, who was nominated for the limited series The Beast in Me. There were a ton of practical tips, and we can get into that. If you want to know some very specific things, let me know what it is that you're working on in your acting career today. It is Wednesday, July 29th. So let me know what you're working on in your acting career today. If you've got auditions coming up or working on a callback, let me know where you are and what you're working on. There were all these practical tips last night from this casting director panel that I went to. And it was just super interesting because the point that they made, which I sort of hadn't really thought about before, but is that if all 3 of these casting directors were separately casting the exact same show, the exact same script, they would come up with 3 completely different casts, because casting directors aren't office buildings. Casting directors are people. They have opinions, they have feelings, they have instincts, they have taste, they have emotional responses. Casting isn't math, it's interpretation. And so remember that these are people. Oh, Itsy Incent is trying some voodoo on me. But there was a story that Destiny Lilly told, which made me kind of think that I hope we get a chance to work together, because I think she and I would be friends. But she told a story about how before she got into casting, she was... Oh, hey, Dave Whelan, thanks for being here. I appreciate your support. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you being here. Drop me a like and support the video. That would be super helpful to me. But yeah, so this story, Destiny Lilly talked about how before she got into casting, she created a database of actors that she saw on the television shows that she was watching. And there was something incredibly nerdy about that I recognized and related to, and it just made me think, "Oh, you and I would be friends." That's that kind of detail and commitment and passion, really, it's passion, that I thought was just so endearing and real and made her seem like the kind of cool person that I would love to be with. I would love to talk to, that I would love to get to know. She did it just because she genuinely loved the craft of casting. You know, it wasn't because she was trying to network, it was from passion. And, you know, it was sort of a passion. If you agree that craft isn't that casting is an art and not a craft, type a one in the comments. I would love to see how you respond to this. It was just that reminder. Hello, is that Thailand? Hello, Thailand. And it was just one of those moments. Thank you. If you're interested in this hat, Dave Whelan, you can pick it up at theworkingactornyc.com/merch, where you'll find you can pick up your Working Actor NYC mug. Oh, thanks, Sheldon. I appreciate you sharing. Hey, friends, this is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. I'm Benjamin Howes. I am the Working Actor NYC. And let me know if you have any questions. Tell me where you are in your acting career. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey guys, welcome. This is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC, your place for real life stories about being a working actor in New York City. We also share strategies and insights. So let me know where you are in your acting career and what you are working on. So I went to this panel last night with 3 casting directors, and it really just brought it home that casting directors are people too. And they get typecast. There was a wonderful irony there. Julie Schubert talked about, I mean, she is a really well-known casting director. She's casting this incredible show, The Diplomat. Have you seen it? Have you all seen The Diplomat? With Kerry Russell and Rufus Sewell. Amazing cast. But casting directors get typecast too. Julie Schubert has been working in the drama field for so long, and she just got her first comedy to cast. So it was just sort of interesting to learn that side of things. Everyone in the industry getting known for something, and it was just a really humanizing moment to know that Julie Schubert, is trying to break out of a typecast mold as well. Space Lover Alpha wants to know if I have any roles to audition for. I had an audition. What day of the week is it? I had an audition Monday afternoon, which I'm still waiting to hear from whether I'll have a call back for that tomorrow. I have to record a self-tape today. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is. For a play at the Pioneer Theater. So I have a side to record today. And then I feel like I've got something else, which I can't remember off the top of my head. So yeah, I've got some. Hi, Maytap from Turkey. Thanks for being here. I appreciate your support. Let me know what you're working on in your acting career. So yeah, it was just, Summer's here. Hey, Summer, thanks for being here. Tell me what's happening over in Chicagoland. It just brought it home that casting directors are people too, and it's Danger from Brisbane, Australia. I'm originally from Sydney, Australia. So support Brisbane. I only got to tour to Brisbane a couple of times. It's a shame I never got to spend very long there. But yeah, the important thing that this brought, all the best, Space Lovers Alpha. Thank you for being here. The thing that these panels bring home to me is that relationships matter. Relationships are one of the four inputs that I teach in my coaching classes: craft, visibility, relationships, and infrastructure. If you like work on each of those things, your career just builds momentum. Um, the North Shore was where I lived in Sydney, but I lived there until 1999 was when I moved to America, moved to New York. Oh, thanks, Becky. I appreciate that. Jen Luna, what's up? Mike Mike Wender says, I wish high school theater programs had more channel for people wanting to do directing. I hear you, Mike. It's interesting because high school students can either get funneled into the performing side of things or the behind the scenes side of things. Um, Mike says, loved being in theater programs, but didn't have the energy for acting. Oh, I love that. All right, Danger, thanks for being here. Give my love to Australia. I miss it so hard. Hi, Alawakala. Thank you for being here and appreciate the support. Um, but yeah, like going to this panel and learning about how these casting directors and getting to know them a little bit. Relationships matter because the thing that all of the casting directors talked about was that it's their reputation on the line. When they send an actor to set, it's their reputation on the line. Um, so they do have to send actors to set that they have never met before, but it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. And so it's their reputation that goes with that actor onto the set. So A, don't be a jerk, but it's also use the opportunities to get familiarity with the casting director when you can. I got an audition the other day and it said self-tape, 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 self-tape. There are a few Zoom auditions available. If your client needs that, let us know. And it made it sound like they didn't want to use the Zoom option. But from here on out, every time I see a Zoom option, I am going to take it. Let me know if you prefer the Zoom option or if you've had the Zoom option. Summer, is that a Chicago thing? Uh, Summer is getting ready for a couple of convention. Yeah, it was fascinating, Summer. It was just that real thing of uh, Selamat Datang, Indonesia. It was just that really interesting moment of seeing casting directors as real people, and sorry, there's dog hair everywhere. We had dogs sitting quite a lot at the moment. So, it was just that really interesting moment of seeing casting directors as people and what they are really like in their personal lives. They have feelings, they have intentions, they have taste, they have emotional responses to things. And so different casting directors presented with the same script will come up with completely different casts. And it was just a great reminder that, it's why I go to these things. It's why I say, hey, Fung Fam is here. Hey, nice to see you again. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate the support. Hit a like. Let me know what you're working on today. Um, just checking Instagram, right? Yeah. Uh, take the Zoom when you have the chance to meet a casting director. Let them meet you. There aren't that many opportunities for genuine conversation in the business, and casting directors are hungry for that. They go to see a lot of theater in New York, although that did make me sort of think, yeah, you're saying like, oh yeah, just go do New York theater because then we'll come and see you in that. And I'm like, I don't know that you're going to the sorts of theater that we have, easy access to. Is you're like saying, yeah, just be in a second stage show, or just be in an MCC show, or book a Broadway show. It's like it's nothing, and then we'll know who you are. It's like Uh, Long last time I was busy some soccer stuff, but we happy hanging. We're doing good, Funk Fom. I had a great time at a casting director panel last night, which I'm just telling everybody about for those who are looking for insights about their acting careers, particularly here in New York City. It's interesting because, going to these panels and getting to know these casting directors a little bit. We spend as actors, we spend so much time trying to understand the industry, but the industry isn't one thing. It's not an office building that you can study the architecture of. It's thousands of people who love storytelling, making thousands of subjective decisions. And it means that there isn't one gatekeeper with the correct opinion. They're just people. Hey, Richter has a question about acting. Please ask away. I am here to share. I'm ready to share and happy to help. They're just people, and so we take the opportunity to get to know the people. Let me know let me know if you're friends with a casting director outside of the audition room. Rixa is asking, is it hard to keep the confidence during scenes? I'm trying to think if I've ever lost my nerve during a scene. Yes, I have lost my nerve during a scene. I remember I auditioned for a great role, a great little but important role in the TV series The House of Cards, which starred Kevin Spacey, problematic, and I was auditioning for the role of a psychotherapist who was working with, it may well have been the president, and I thought I had memorized the material well enough. This was, of course, back in the days of in-person auditions. It was pre-pandemic. I'm seeing a lot of freezing on my laptop. Over in YouTube land and Facebook land, let me know if I'm freezing. Unfiltered is not an actor, but a doctor and an aesthetic physician. Do I have a film where I was the main character? I just played the lead in a short film called Daddy's Little Meatball, which just screened at Tribeca Festival. It's been screening at film festivals all over the world, actually. So keep an eye out for Daddy's Little Meatball if you would like to see me do my thing in a movie. Take us on, Mike. Let's see what's happening over. A little freezing on YouTube, but not too terrible. Okay, good. Thank you. It's interesting because it just keeps happening. It's interesting because it just keeps happening, Summer. So I'm not sure what is going on. It's like my computer is doing something weird. I'm gonna unplug it. I don't know if there are power surges happening or something. And I don't think it's Wi-Fi related. Oh, no, it happened when I was typing into a Pages document this morning as well. So Richter says, I wish I could get to the Hollywood acting, but I have other plans for my career. Let me know what's your career, Richter. Tell me what your passion in life is. So yeah, that was just the lowdown on the business panel that I went to last night, organized by the SAG-AFTRA Foundation. Your picture gets a little granulated, but the audio is stable. Okay, that is good to hear. Thank you for letting me know that, Summer. All right, Edson. Thank you, Unfiltered. I appreciate the likes. Yeah, drop a gift. Don't forget to drop your gifts into the live as well. That always helps me find more subscribers and followers. Yeah, hit subscribe. Come on back because I'll be here every weekday morning at 8 a.m. doing the morning report, where I let you know. Now I'm studying to become an automotive mechanic. I'd love to act in action movies. I so this is something that I love, Richter. I love that you know where you would be great as an actor. Like finding your specialty, finding your niche, finding where you love, where you come alive. It makes you really helpful to casting directors because actors love to show up saying, I can act anything, I can do anything. And it's not helpful to casting directors because casting directors want to know how you can be a solution for the casting problem that they're trying to solve today. So if you show up and say, I'm the action person, I'm the action guy, you solve a problem for them. I have a coaching client, and she's sort of embarrassed to say, I have terrible taste in movies. I love those knock'em sock'em, rock'em sock rock'em sock'em action movies. And I'm like, it's perfect. She's talented, she's beautiful, she could easily do action movies if she wanted. If But it's like finding your specialty and doing that. Um, Hi, Summer. Finding your specialty and doing that makes you show up as a solution. Summer is asking if we have a live podcast this weekend. We do have a live podcast this weekend. And on my whiteboard, the podcast topic is a blank. So I do not have a topic yet. Patrick and I are meeting today. So hopefully we'll be able to get into a discussion of what it is that we would like to bring to the table. If you have some suggestions for what we should talk about, drop them in the comments because I would love to know. Hi, Singapore. Thanks for being here. Gosh, I miss Singapore. I was there a couple of years ago. Oh, Laura is here. Thanks for being here, Laura. Oh, yes, Rikta, exactly right. If that's your jam, lean into it. I say yes. Oh, thanks, Hillary. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm just talking about casting directors. I went to a business panel last night where Destiny Lilly from Only Murders in the Building, Julie Schubert from The Diplomat, and Julie Tucker from The Beast in Me were talking, and I was just discussing there were small tips that I learned, but what I really loved was this idea that they showed up as people and that they have feelings and opinions and that they get typecast. That Julie Schubert was saying that she just scored her first comedy because people know her as the drama queen. So it was just fascinating. And Destiny Lilly talked about how before she was in casting, she kept a database of actors because she just nerded out over that stuff, and it made them human and relatable, and it was just so cool getting to see them. And it immediately made me think, oh, Destiny Lilly is somebody that I would like to be friends with. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, Hillary. Oh, thanks, Becky. I appreciate that. Oh, well, Rikta says, I feel like I wouldn't be enough during filming. Rikta, that's just practice. That is just practice, my friend. Anything that scares you becomes less scary the more you do it. So, we all have a phone with a camera on it, and we can all record ourselves. So practice. That's what I encourage in my students. Hillary Marek is a casting director, and she's joined us on the live over on TikTok. And she says people think that we're all soulless drones with no feelings and completely money-minded. Oh, I wasn't thinking so much about the money-minded side of it, but it's sort of easy to think of casting directors as an office building with architecture that you have to get to know and understand. And it's not, it's subjective opinions, they're, uh, yeah. Nothing could be further from the truth, and casting directors are deeply empathetic. Yeah, it's what makes us good at what we do. It was really what came across in this casting director business panel last night, is that and Julie Schubert was saying, if a Zoom option is offered, take it, because that's how we get to know you. Um, and I am kicking myself because I know I've had those opportunities, where it was like self tape, self tape, self tape, self tape, and then like, if you can't do a self tape, there are some Zoom opportunities, but you have to email us and let us know, and we'll set it up. But it made it seem like the preferred option was self tape, and now I'm just going to be like, I am going to ignore that feeling that I'm being an imposition by taking the Zoom option. I am going to take the Zoom option. Rikta, have you ever cooperated with any famous person like you? I guess the most famous actor that I've worked with is Jim Parsons. We did a off-Broadway show together. Hi, Gabstar. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks, Gabstar. A little older than that. Spirited Joey says I have poor concealment, but I'm trying to be so visible. Look at me. It's very true. I have poor concealment. I am very visible. Oh, I would love to know about this. Hillary says, absolutely, I prefer to cast personality over talent. Let me explain. This is an interesting point. I think Hillary's gonna lay it out for us. But I feel like there are so many talented people. There are so many talented actors that in the end, what it comes down to is not whether somebody knows how to deliver the line. It's like, do you get the essence of a person that you want to spend time with? On set, they talked about this last night, that they are world building in these TV shows. And so it's not so much, every act, there's so many talented actors, but is a person going to be the kind of actor that they want to ensure the cohesion on set? Hillary says, you could be extremely talented, but if you cannot get along with the rest of the cast, I'll take some less talented, but with a better personality every time. This is exactly what they were talking about last night, Hillary. I mentioned it in passing earlier on, but Laylee, I wish more people would call their reps. I'm tired of yelling at them. Interesting. Oh, Ziggy's back. Good morning, Ziggy. I don't know what that means. Might be by it. But yeah, they were talking about this, about, casting directors are putting their reputation on the line when they send actors to set. And if they haven't met them, then, it's their reputation that's being put on the line for everybody. Okay. Trans lives matter, Rico. Trans lives matter. Nathan Nolan Edwards is here. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you showing up again. I hate it when the camera freezes. I just scratched my eyeball or something embarrassing. Dear. Yeah, my computer is doing some freezing action today. Oh, I read it, Gabstar. Not putting it up, but I read it. All right. Okay, so we're getting some. Hillary, if you're still here, my biggest task as a casting director is please stop using filters. That's interesting. Yeah, the filters. Okay, so Hillary, people make my job that much harder when they do that. I support that. Okay, that's not relevant. But Summer over on YouTube has a question for you, Hillary, on TikTok. What can we do as actors to make your job easier? Well, funnily enough, Summer, Hillary just answered that by saying, stop using filters on your self-tapes. I am also, Hillary, please chime in. Summer wants to know what we can do as actors to make your job easier. Summer agrees. Filters are gross. I hate them in general. Just be real. I knew you were going to say this, Hillary. I knew you were going to say this. I was going to jump in, but I was like, let Hillary say this. So, Summer, Hillary says, label your file with your name and the role you're auditioning for. Good lighting. I need to see all of you. Uh-huh. But it's the file labeling. It's so interesting. So Hillary, you do a lot of EcoCast on Actors Access or breakdown services, and on there they don't specify as much. Label your file, your name, role you're auditioning for, and whether it's take one, take two, the slate, whatever. They tend not to say that. But I have got into the habit of just doing it anyway. So let me know if casting, because I assume that on Actors Access, there's a part of the screen which already says my name, so you can see who I am. But I am still going to label my files that way, just because I've sort of got in the habit of, back when we used to use WeTransfer, or I don't use Vimeo anymore. Is Vimeo is sending tapes in by Vimeo? Oh, Summer, Hillary also says, if the person that's reading with you is a bad reader, just skip over that part. We know the lines. I think I would still have to have the reader there, only because I want to react in real time to something. I mean, I guess then it would be an edit. You're talking about a question of editing the reader out. I guess that makes sense. Summer says, I just hosted an interview with an actor whose husband is an AD. She had the best lighting. She said her husband made sure of it. So I wonder if this is moving into the area of dramatic lighting versus just lighting where we can see you. The casting directors that were at the panel last night were saying that they have cast actors from really budget looking self-tapes because the work is what's important. Yes, of course, they want to be able to see you, see your eyes, what your eyes are doing. But getting into the area of dramatic lighting and movie lighting and having a key light and a backlight and, something dramatic starts to move you into the area of, oh, she was just well lit and clear, no shadows. Absolutely. But that's a whole, I have leaned away from wanting my self tapes to look like the finished product, because I feel like I'm starting to worry about whether or not I'm doing somebody else's job. I'm not. Oh, so the labeling the files part, Hillary says, it just helps when I can just locate the file fast. Heard. Hillary also says, you can just deliver your lines if you need to. It's better than someone throwing you off your game. I think I have had that situation. I remember I was auditioning for a show in which the accent was Irish, and I have a perfectly acceptable Irish accent. My reader did not, and I remember in the middle of one take thinking, that's not how you say that. So I feel like we didn't use that take. We didn't send that take. I don't always open every file when I need to quickly find you to show the director. Right, so you just need to be able to find quickly which one it is that you're gonna send. And please keep your background minimal. It doesn't have to be solid, but not a bunch of busyness. So like what's behind me right now, books, artwork, mid-century interesting ceramics, not helpful for a self-tape. It doesn't, like Hillary says, and this is, thanks Hillary, that is from Summer at the Dolls of Horror over on YouTube. It is super helpful to have your input, Hillary. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with all of us this morning. This has been a super helpful one. I'm probably going to clip this and use some of this because, yeah, all about casting directors. We're all hungry for information about how to get to know casting directors and what it is that casting directors, how to not piss off casting directors. We do just want to get our work out there and to be seen. And the more we don't piss off casting directors, the more likely. Oh, interesting. Hillary says, "Don't sleep on LinkedIn. It's the fastest way to get to know a casting director." I have started following some casting directors are not up to date with their information on LinkedIn, but I have started doing that. Interestingly enough, that's super interesting that you point that out, Hillary. I appreciate that insight. Um, uh, Time check, 8:39. Wow, we've been going for it today, friends. I really appreciate everybody showing up and chiming in. Oh, my computer froze again. Great. Share when they post a casting notice, tag done, and share it. They will start to remember your name. Oh, that's interesting. Good to know. There's a hot tip there from Hillary about using LinkedIn. Share when they post a casting notice, tag done, and share it. They will start to remember your name. And it is just all about that familiarity and how to get to know casting directors and for them to get to know you. That is a super good tip. Thanks, Hillary. Appreciate it. All right, friends, I'm going to split because I have a self-tape to do that I need to get ready for. So I'm going to work on that. I want to thank everybody for showing up. And no, all good, Hillary. I'm pretty good at the interpretation, the live interpretation. So I'm going to get ready for this self-tape. Thank you for being here. Remember, wherever you are in your acting career, you got this. Keep going. And I'll be right back here at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning with the Daily. We'll see you then. All right, friends, I'll be right back here at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Thanks for being here, Summer. I'm so happy you showed up. It was great having that back and forth. I really appreciate it. All right, friends, I'll see you tomorrow.